All right, welcome to this edition of Skip Scoop. As promised, Bucky, I forgot it last week. I got my Dallas-Fort Worth
There it is.
alumni.
That's a nice shirt.
It is. I promised the folks back in Dallas-Fort Worth area that I would wear that, and here it is. So I apologize for the delay. A little tough weekend.
Right.
Tough weekend. Really good opponent. Oregon State came in town and probably one of the most formidable pitching staffs I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, leading the country in ERA, I believe.
So tough to pull some offensive highlights because we really didn't have a lot going on offensively.
Right.
I tell you, the most pleasing thing maybe for me out of the weekend was, again, consistent. Eli Lingos was once again another quality start. Mm-hmm. He's kind of like you, just consistent, day in and day out.
Right here.
Don't get too big a head, Bucky.
All right.
And then we gave Eder Arribas a start on Sunday, and I thought he did a really, really good job of giving the team a chance to win. Again, unfortunately, we just didn't put a lot together offensively. Had a lot of questions, people saying, "Hey, what's wrong with our offense?" I mean, the answer that I would say probably had a little something to do with their pitching.
Right.
But what's behind us is behind us. We got to move forward. No rest for the weary in this conference. I always tell people, this is an unforgiving conference, so you got to look forward. And we're on to USC this week, and looking forward to that. I know our guys are. There's no quit. There's no quit in our guys. Guys are going to have a good week of practice and ready to hop on that bus and head on back to Cali, right?
Right. And we're on TV again this week, Pac-12 Network, Friday and Saturday, so that'll be good.
Friday, so the TV games, people can catch us all over the country. So,
right.
Hopefully, we'll get things started again on Friday night and get back to Southern California and get back out on that diamond and get this bad taste out of my mouth. I don't know about you.
I'm with you.
Talk about the deep fences. What is it? You have to put some effort into getting the ball out of here, right?
Yeah, hitting a home run here is nothing easy to do, especially in the nighttime. It seems to travel even less, but you really got to get a hold of one here, and it just makes it that much better when you do put one out.
So they're planning to move the fences in?
Yeah, they are. I heard somewhere around 10 feet, 12 feet all around, so I think that'll make a huge difference. Hopefully only our team is the one who receives that benefit of having a shorter fence. Hopefully our pitchers can still not give up any home runs, but that'll be cool to see next year if it makes any difference.
And then take us through, what was your last home run here?
My last home run was pretty much to straight right field, and that was in the bottom of the ninth against Long Beach. Probably the coolest hit I've ever had in my life, to tie it in the bottom of the ninth, and ended up winning that in 10. So that was cool.
And then you came in, what year was your freshman year?
My freshman year was the fall of 2014.
And you were like a foot shorter?
I was like a foot and a half shorter, I think, and then somewhere like 45, 50 pounds lighter, I want to say. Wow. Since then I've grown another foot and a half and put on about 80 pounds.
And now you're dropping bombs?
I'm dropping bombs now, yeah.
Alright, so Fitz, tell us about just being the tallest player at ASU.
I get the questions every day about, hey man, how tall are you? I'm just like thinking through my head like, wow, people just don't know what it's like. I don't understand. That's just like I'm tall. I didn't pick my life to be this way.
What do people assume you do? Horse jockey, basketball player? You kind of get like a wide array of, hey man, you're tall. What do you do?
Hey man, like, you play basketball? Like, no, I play baseball. I stand on the mound and I kind of just throw balls. I don't play. It's like, hey man, how short are you? Hey man, you change light bulbs? Hey, do you clean ceiling fans? Do you work at a zoo, feed the giraffes up there? Do you wash windows on skyscrapers? It's just the usual. All my family photos, my head's usually cropped out, and then you can't see from like my waist down. It's pretty normal to me now.
Yeah, so we're back to questions of the week, Bucky. Do we have any questions?
We got
from our
one.
viewers out
All
there
right.
on Facebook Live?
First question from Anthony. Do you think there is a big disadvantage to recruiting such high talent since they get drafted out of high school and never see a Sun Devil uniform?
I mean, I think that's the ultimate challenge that any college coach faces, is you want to recruit guys that are good, but you also you don't want to recruit them when they're too good. And we had 11 guys who were incoming class last year drafted. We lost 6. That was probably 3 more than we thought we were going to lose, but we feel like we still filled that gap appropriately. But it's a challenge every single year. But you have to go after good players if you want to be good, and then you got to develop those good players. But ASU is not unique in that. I mean, a lot of elite programs lose guys, but certainly a good question because that is something we face every year.
Okay.
Good question.
Can you talk about northern teams like Oregon State training in and playing in early season tournaments in Arizona and how that helps them?
Well, I think there's a couple things. Where it helps from just a statistical basis is when they get ready for the selection of the NCAA tournaments, based on RPI is a big factor in determining that. So as the current system stands, you get 1.25 points for road wins. You get 0.75 if you win at home, but if you play on a neutral site, it counts as 1. So in some respects, playing a lot of home games, like in our case, it doesn't help you as much to play a lot of home games, win, lose, or draw, because you're not getting the full credit. I think why Oregon State plays the neutral site, or any northern school for that matter, is one, they have a difficult time playing at home because of weather. But I think there's probably something that goes into the scheduling piece of playing neutral site because of the RPI considerations.
Awesome.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week on Skip Scoop.
The falcon is my spirit animal. Caw-caw! Caw-caw!